All right, hey guys, welcome to the last power planning session of January. It's already, well, in a few hours, it will officially be over. So I know that there are a lot of people pushing for goals and ranks and all the good stuff here at the last minute. So if that's you, please know I am recording this and you could just hop off now and you could watch it later. Don't let a training Zoom or a power planning or anything like that derail you from your goals. These are for you to come back and use them when you need them, not distract you from working. So really quickly, before we officially move over to February, please know that tonight, as well as 2 days of February, the double triple is still happening. So this is a great way to finish up the month with some strong volume. If you don't finish it up tonight and hit your triple, you still have 2 days into February, which is a great way to kick off the month. So no matter how you go about it, you definitely want to be aiming for triple, and it will help you on either end. So please know that does happen tonight for the rest of the night and the next 2 nights. We are headed into February, which is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing if you live someplace cold like us because it's a short month. It's a curse if you're in business because it's a short month. You are going to take all of your goals tonight. Instead of getting to divide them by 30 or 31 days, you only have 28 very short days to make stuff happen in February. However, the company has a lot of fun stuff, exciting stuff. Not that I know what it is, but I just know it's exciting stuff coming out this month. So you should have enough to, push you guys forward. So what I want to do before we, well, I guess this is part of it. So you guys, I'll show you. I know I've showed you a million times, but just in case somebody's new, I am 46 and I do things old school. I love a big giant desk calendar. I know some people are really good with like a tiny little handheld calendar. You use what works for you. But tonight we're going to lay out February because you need to see the whole picture if you want to have a successful month. If you are just waking up every day and thinking, okay, I'm going to get this done today, what should I do tomorrow? You're going to miss so many opportunities that you could have thought through ahead of time. So what I like to do when I'm looking at a blank calendar, and this is what I encourage you to do right now, the first thing I do is think, what's my goal for the month? What is my volume goal for my team for the month? And I write that down at the very top. And then I take that number and I divide it by how many days are in the month. So you're going to divide it by 28. That number that pops up for you, your goal divided by 28 is your daily goal, your daily team goal. I also write that at the top of the calendar. Now, before anybody panics, yes, it's a bigger number than you're probably used to seeing over the last 6-7 months because you're short a few days. It's okay. That's what we do this for. So the other thing I like to do then is I look at my calendar goes Sunday to Saturday, the printed out version. So on the Saturdays, to me, that's kind of my end of the week. I like to take whatever day that is. I take my daily average, my daily goal. I'm sorry. I take my daily goal and I multiply it by the date. So for example, on Saturday, the 6th of February, I take that daily number and I multiply it by 6 and I write that number down. Then I do the same thing. It's the 13th is the next Saturday. So I take the daily goal, multiply it by 13, and I write that number down. I do that because throughout the week, I can start looking over and glancing over, am I close to where I need to be by the end of this week? Are we headed in this direction? Are we above this goal? Are we below this goal? It's just super helpful for me and for any, like, what is it? You can't change it if you're not keeping track of it, right? So I don't know if I don't know where I'm wanting to go, how do I know if I'm on track for that? So I like to have the numbers in front of me in writing. It just helps me tremendously. And then obviously on the last day of the month, your ultimate goals should be written down there because these are the numbers we are shooting for. And you guys, even if you see these numbers and you are like, oh, I just don't know, write them down. Let them become a real part of your calendar. Let them be something that you see on a day-to-day basis. These numbers may seem out of reach to you now, but the more time you spend with them, the more comfortable you're going to become with them. So now if you've been on any planning Zooms, you know that I usually do what I call rate of run, where we start saying, okay, we're at this rate, we're running for this rate. Well, this is a fresh new month. So we are setting our rate of run. We're writing it down right now, what we want to do on a daily basis as a team to hit our goal at the end of the month. As the month progresses, we will compare our rate of run to these numbers. That's also why it's good to have them. So that's where I always start my calendars when I start a new month. The next thing I want to make sure you have on your calendars, make sure you have all your auto ship days written down, circled, highlighted, whatever the heck it is. We went from having 3 auto ships to 5. So you have the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th. Again, why is it so important to have those in front of you? It's really easy to get caught up in the busyness of the week and forget that you have an auto ship coming out this Friday. Hang on. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Can you take Radar out? He's doing his little pee-pee dance right here by me. So make sure you have those written down, because as the week goes and you start getting busier and busier, you're going to need to, you'll want that reminder of that's what's coming up for you. Oh, he's running away from Tom now. This could be comical. Okay, thank you. He loves Radar, by the way. Okay, so now that you have your auto ships written down, another big day I like to make sure I don't forget is the second day of the month. That's free credit day. That's a day that you can talk about earning free credits. That's a day you can check on your customers' free credits. You'll actually be able to look tomorrow morning and your free credits for the month will show pending. So you'll have an idea of how many credits you have coming. So you can start planning, am I going to have credits to do free shipping for people? Am I going to have credits to order free product for people? Like what do I want to use my credits for this month? But again, we all know what happens on the second day of the month, but before you know it, the second day can come and go and you may have forgotten. So this is just a good way for you to be able to plan. Now, the other thing I like to do is write down all my power plans that any Zoom I'm in charge of, I make sure and write that down. Any Zoom or training that I know I want to be a part of, like make sure I get logged into it, I have to write that down. You guys, we have an enormous amount of training at our fingertips. And so if I don't write it down, I can very easily get confused and forget like what day, what's happening on what day. So now's the time to do it. Now's the time to look at this calendar fresh. Okay, so while you guys are still working on your calendars, I want to go ahead and talk about a really big day this month that's coming up, and that is Friday, February 5th. Aside from it being the auto ship day, that is the day that the Lifestyle Getaway in Cabo will be having the big event. That's the night where they're going to stand on stage and historically speaking, they release new product or they talk about new company, this, that, or the other. So I don't expect this trip to be any different. I think they're going to have, they've already been hinting quite a bit that they're going to be rolling out new products. So I know it's a Friday night, and if you're not on the trip, you might have Friday night plans. I want to encourage you to have Friday night plans with your team. Have Friday night plans with your customers. I would encourage you to host a local, could be small. I know we all live in different parts of the country. Some parts are opening up, some parts are locking back down. Whatever's going on in your world, I encourage you to use Friday night as a reason to get people excited and bring them together. You can make it a whole big thing. So actually in Mexico, the party is a white party. Everyone's wearing white to the party. You can have your own white party, or you could have a tropical party, or you could have whatever kind of party you want to have with a theme, but use this as an excuse to build up the moment. And then obviously, regardless of where you are, how you're doing it, you're going to want to keep your computer or something nearby, because as always, everyone on the trip will do their best to communicate what's happening and share with you guys what's happening. Wi-Fi sometimes can be an issue for us, but we will definitely do our best to share all of that. And you just want to, even if you can't be there, you want to be there, right? You want your team to be there. You want to be included. You want to know what's happening with the company. So please make sure you mark your calendars for Friday the 5th. I looked at really quick. I think it says 7 p.m. for the actual event, but that's Mexico time. So if you're back here in Ohio, I think that's going to be 9 p.m. And typically they don't start announcements right on the dot. There's usually some entertainment and some talking prior. So just kind of plan around that for sure. And if that's too late for you, maybe plan a virtual local on Saturday to make all the announcements to people. I just feel like a lot of times when someone's like, well, I didn't earn the trip, and then they just move on with their life. Well, okay, the trip is still a company event. There's still a lot of important things happening at this event that you need to be a part of. So don't just write it off. Make sure you're still well aware, of what's going on. So, all right, that's the month as a whole, I think. But I feel like I forgot something. So if anyone thinks of something I forgot, let me know. The other thing you want to make sure you're looking at, the big picture. So we have Groundhog Day this month. We have Valentine's Day this month. We have President's Day. That'll be a 3-day weekend for a lot of people. Ash Wednesday starts this month. there's just we have a, yeah, full moon. We always have this. So there's a lot going on. So why do I say that? Because if you are like, I don't know what to talk about this month, or I don't know, I want to do a team incentive, but I don't know what to do. Well, right there, you could do a Groundhog Day. You could, and again, I just pull this stuff out of the air when I get on these Zooms, but Groundhog Day, he's either going to see a shout out or he's not. You could do a poll on your story. Will he see it or won't he? The people who actually get it right, you could offer them 10% off or a free box of shakes or whatever the heck you want to do. Offer that to your team. Let it be a team thing too. There's a lot of people with team members in their downline, and they are not looking at them as the potential that they actually have, because I get it. You're always wanting to build your PPA and look for new people, but don't forget the people you already have. So even if you have a team full of non-promoting promoters, that is just another way of saying people who love Thrive enough that they click the button. Do something with those people, get them excited, keep them excited about the product. So do some sort of contest. Obviously, Valentine's Day, it's a no-brainer. It's really easy to do Valentine's. Oh, right when I say it, what's a good promo for Valentine's Day? I mean, what's not a good promo for Valentine's Day? I feel like you could do all kinds of stuff. Love your body. You could even throw out things for, hey fellas, your wife doesn't really want chocolate. She wants Thrive. Like fun stuff like that. You could offer, like already on my Facebook and stuff like that, I'm seeing advertisements for like free shipping from lingerie companies and free shipping from soaps and lotion. So you could always do stuff like that. Yes, Shantae, duh, that's the best idea. Thank you. The couples pack. You could do deals on the couples pack. She's here. Okay, bye, Sandra. So yeah, anything you can come up with. And then President's Day, like I said, people have off. Ash Wednesday, that's a great time. People are going to be diving into Lent and giving something up for Lent. That's always an exciting, fun time for people to talk about that. So the reason that's why I like to have the big calendar in front of me, because now that you know the big picture and now you can start making some big picture plans, it makes it easier for you then to look at your week, look at your day, look at your hour, morning, noon, and night kind of thing. Now, something I want to challenge you guys this month, the month of February, to put on your calendar is something that you've not done either in a long time or you've done never. So you're on this Zoom. So clearly you've all seen Maria's, or if you haven't, you need to go to Maria's team page. She is doing, gosh, I should have wrote all the details down. She's doing a great promo. Okay. So one of the things that's going to be part of that promo is like doing lives and doing interviews and like being out there. So maybe for a fact that every Wednesday afternoon you have lunch by yourself. Perhaps Wednesday afternoons when you should be going on Facebook, doing a Facebook dual live with another Thriver. Or maybe that Saturday mornings are a good time for you. Pick a time on that calendar because you have the whole thing in front of you now. What is a fairly regular time that you could commit to doing something new and different in the month of February? Because here's the thing, if you aren't going to try something new and different, then whatever you did last month is what you're going to do this month. Like that's just all there is to it. You have to do new things and try new things if you want to build your business. Did I miss? Oh, thank you. You're welcome. So throw in the chat, what are some things that you haven't done that you are going to do this month? Or maybe you've done them in the past, but you've kind of let them fall off to the wayside and you haven't done them in a while. It could be even something as simple. I know there are a lot of people who maybe been here for so long that they start to think people aren't watching how we get in our heads, and when's the last time you shared a Lavelle story? If you're not sharing one a day, if you're not sharing one every 48 hours, like what are you doing? Like add that to your list. The YouTube video, Lavelle, just Lavelle Brands on YouTube. There's a ton of little snippet videos that you could be sharing. You could throw them out on your story. You can throw them out on your actual post. Lisa says, I'm going to start back on the craft lives. Yeah, the craft lives were so cute. Shantae, I started using stories on FB. I love all the names I actually see. I don't know what that means. Facebook. Oh, okay. I started using stories. Yes. Using stories to try to make connections with new people, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Oh, I like that because that led me into my next point. So thank you. But so keep filling up the chat with some things that you're gonna try this month that you've either done before and forgotten, or you've never done it before. Some of you have never done a Facebook Live before. Some of you have never done a Facebook interview before. If you've never done an interview, I would tell you to find an upline and say, hey, interview me. Like get interviewed first so then you know how to do an interview. To me, the easiest thing to do is be interviewed because they ask you questions about yourself. So clearly you know the answers, right? Like you don't have to study for this. You already know all this. I started when I saw your post. I'm sending 3 daily in Messenger every damn day. Yes. So would you say you're getting more activity now that you're in Messenger more than just making comments? Because I know that works better for me, but I know sometimes it's not going to work for everybody. So something I'm going to throw out to you guys as another challenge, and this is something I have been doing very actively for about a week and a half now. And it's so hard because you have to be intentional. And I am attached to this little freaking thing, right? I only go onto Facebook to do my post, to respond when I get a notification that says someone commented. I don't respond to all the hearts and the likes because that's like all day, right? And you get sucked in there. I respond if I've been tagged. I respond if someone has replied, spoken. But I have been making it a point to spend my time in Messenger and not in Facebook. Now, I have told you this, and I do still mean this very much. I don't just send a weird random message in Messenger. I will intentionally go to the person's page, see what I need to see, get out of Facebook, get back into Messenger. It's amazing how much more time I've had in my life because I'm not on Facebook. It's also amazing in my brain and heart how much more space I have to think about things because I'm not seeing everybody else's stuff. I unfollowed like Thrivers a long time ago, but you still see stuff, like I'm still obviously friends with my level ones and all that jazz. But it's amazing if you just get out of there, get into Messenger, only go to Facebook when you need it, do your thing, get the heck out of there and get into Messenger. Okay, I go to Wigger. Earlier today, I listened to my 24-hour call that you did with me. Oh my gosh, 4 years ago. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing why? But so much more confidence in my story. Oh, okay, you feel more confident. Yeah. Well, then let's redo your interview. Let's redo your phone call. Bobby Joe says, I need to get consistent with my lives again. Make sure you guys are writing that down. Sheila, I need to start doing lives more. Good. Okay, so right there, Bobby Joe and Sheila, you guys both say you want to do lives. Message each other. Set up a time this week to do an interview. Olivia, send me a message. We'll set up a time to do a new recording for you. Like, don't just talk about it, like be about it. Like send the message right now, like hook this up, pick a day and a time and get this stuff organized. But I think we talked, I don't know if it was here in my team chat, I'm sorry, but one time I know we talked about there are apps that will actually take you, not take you off, but like it'll control, you can't get into social media during certain times. And that panicked me because I do need to get into Facebook to stalk people. But so it's just been a little harder / more discipline on my part to like get out and not scroll. But I'm telling you guys, it's been so much better, so much better. Okay. That is the month, right? That's our month as a whole. We've got our regular calendar. We have a couple of challenges. Number one is to do something you're not been doing or you've never tried to do. The other is to start spending more time in Messenger than you are on the actual social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So with that, now that we're looking at the first week, tomorrow was the first of the month, so it's an exciting time. Tuesday is free credit day, so you want to be kind of preparing for that. But again, we want to shoot all the way down to Friday, which is the 5th. Who do you have that's getting an auto ship on the 5th? We're going to write all their names down right now. You can either write them on the calendar for tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, however you want to do it, or you can just write them on a sheet of paper. But the names that we're going to look for, we are going to start messages. We're going to start having communication with them tomorrow about life. We're going to stalk them on their FB real quick, and then we're going to hop into Messenger and we're going to find out what's going on in their world. So how do you know who has an auto ship tomorrow? You log into your cloud, you go to the My Team button, you go to the My Customer button. At the top there where it says customer number and name, you're going to scroll all the way to the right. In the box that says next auto ship, you're going to click it twice. Now they're going to be in order by date. You're going to look for anybody that has a 2/5/2001 date, and you're going to write those names down. And I'm going to write them on my scratch pad. I was ill prepared. So why do we take the time to contact these people? Well, number one, they may not know they have an auto ship. Number two, Maybe they've stopped taking Thrive because they thought it didn't work because you haven't talked to them in a while, or they just haven't shared with you that they didn't think that it worked. And they may be going to hop on and, oh, whoops, I just misspelled her name. Hop on and delete their auto ship and not tell you. But now we know who is supposed to have an auto ship. The other thing I like to do, let me write this one last name down real quick. The other thing I like to do, once I know who has an auto ship, next to their name, it says customer number. If you click on that number, there's the box that will say customer details. Right below that, it says scheduled auto ship next run Friday, February 5th, blah, blah, blah. Below that, that's what's on their order. That's what's coming up. So tomorrow and Tuesday, I'm going to talk to them about life, what they do over the weekend, how was their January, whatever it is I can pull out of the air or find on their Facebook. But then I'm going to start getting specific about, oh, hey, by the way, since I got your attention here, I noticed you're on my auto ship list for the 5th. It looks like you got a vanilla and a strawberry shake last month. Do you want to stick with those flavors, or do you want to mix it up with something new? Or maybe we've talked about something and they've been like, you know what, I hit the ground running in January. I've been working out for the first time in my life. I feel so good. It's so awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I look and say, hey, you know what? You've been using the regular DFT for a while. Would you like to bump up to the burn now that you're really pushing yourself in the gym? Whatever the conversation is, I don't know where it's going to land, but it'll come out of natural conversation with the customer. So again, I write down their names, but I also like to know ahead of time, what is it that they've been ordering or that they have set up for the next time. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 6 people. Ooh, that'd be awesome. All 6 people keeps their auto ships. So that to me is one of the first things that you need to dive into this week, is getting those connections. Make sure you're following up with those people so that you can have a conversation about their goals and their auto ship, not your volume. Remember that when you are talking to customers about their goals and their auto ship, you are not talking to them about your volume. If somebody needs to drop down to capsules only because shit has hit the fan and they don't have money, you can be sad when you get done talking to them, but not in the moment. It's not about your volume. And also, again, looking at that big picture, when someone says to you, oh, I might have to cancel, we had some unexpected financial things come up. Oh, not a problem. We have other auto ship dates. Would you like me to push it back to the 15th? I can check back with you then. Like, don't just say, I don't want to say don't take no as an answer, but because sometimes you do, sometimes it's legit and they're not going to do it. But don't just be defeated in the moment. Be like, oh, I knew it. I knew they were going to do it. Like, that's your brain. What's actually happening is them. They're trying to have a conversation with you. Either they've got money problems, they didn't like the product, something's going on and you have to find out what it is. But if you go in there thinking about your volume, you're not going to actually be helping the customer. So keep their problems and their auto ship first and foremost. Change products if you need to. If they're not in a group chat, put them in one. If they're having problems, if they're like, I'm using it, but I don't feel very good, I'm not feeling any different, put them in a chat. That's what your uplines do all day long. We go into chats, we talk to people about how they're using it, what they're taking, when they're doing it. And more times than not, within the first 2 or 3 voice clips back, we discover something. They only take it 2 days a week, or they're taking a pot of coffee and then they're taking like all kinds of weird, crazy things. So just put people in a group chat if they're not feeling it, and we can try to help them keep that auto ship or tweak it. And then obviously for the rest of the week, and I don't go into detail because I know there's tons of power plannings based on this, but you're going to be doing reach outs, you're going to be doing follow-ups. You guys are going to be diving in, doing things you've never done before. So if that's going to be like polls on your stories, if that's going to be doing your lives, whatever that is, you need to get that planned out. I encourage you tonight, bare minimum, to know who you are talking to tomorrow. So do you have your auto ship names listed? Do you have your birthdays for tomorrow listed? Do you have any names to follow up of people you talked to last week? Tomorrow is Monday. We've started calling that Maintenance Monday. Who placed orders last week that you need to track and make sure they have them? Who do you need to talk to that did a sample pack last week that you need to say, hey, did it come? Get back in the chats that you have them in. Mondays, especially the Monday of a new month, is a busy day because there's a lot of follow-up from things from the week prior. But yeah, bare minimum, make sure you have that figured out tonight. And then if you've got time, I would go ahead and carry it on through the rest of the week, because like I said, it's going to be a very busy, fast week with lots of announcements on Friday. Again, not knowing what those are. You guys, some people are like, well, I don't know what to tell people because we don't know what the announcements are. Well, hell, I don't know what they are either, but I know they're coming. So why don't you tell people? We have a big corporate thing this week. It's on Friday. They've already told us new stuff's coming. Do you want me to tell you as soon as it comes out? What's your email? I'll send you all the details. Do you want me to put you on my VIP list? I mean, you'll see all these different things. So you don't have to know all the answers. You just have to let people know something is coming. So again, when you're looking at your Facebook post or you're doing your messenger with people, let them know. When you're connecting with all these auto ship people, be like, I'm so excited for this auto ship and I can't wait to tell you what's coming next. I'll find out for sure by Saturday. Like, let them know something new is coming. Like, keep people happy. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Any questions? Anything you guys have for me? No? Okay. Thanks a million. I'll see my team back here tomorrow night and the rest of you. Next Sunday, I will be in Mexico and very hopeful that I will have Wi-Fi to be able to do all this. I should. If for some reason I don't, I will figure out someone else to do the power plan. We won't miss a night. It just might be someone different. So we'll see you then. Bye.